In today's video, we are going over 7 styling errors that you might be making and how to fix them. Let's begin. The first error or mistake you might be wearing with your clothes is wearing low-rise or low-waisted jeans, trousers, pants, what have you. I think there are so many things wrong with low-waisted jeans, I can't even keep count. First off, visually speaking, low-rise trousers shorten your frame, therefore making you appear shorter. When you look at the body, the hip area is an extension of your legs. So when you shorten that rise, you're taking away from your legs and making them look shorter. Secondly, it makes you look wider. As you transition from your waist to your hips, the area is getting larger. So if you're drawing a line across that area, it is accentuating a wider part of your body. So why would you wear a pant that sits lower on your waistline, accentuating a wider part, when you can wear it higher, accentuating the smallest part of your waist instead? I prefer my trousers to hit me at the smallest part of my waist, which happens to be about an inch and a half higher than my belly button. That means my rise needs to be at least 12 to 13 inches. That varies on all body types, but I do suggest that you check your rise and make sure that you can get the most appropriate rise for your body type. Your smallest part of your waist might be at your belly button or somewhere in that vicinity. So take that measurement. It's very important when looking for denim or trousers or pants of any sort. As you can see in the split screen here, these high-waisted jeans are hitting me at my natural waist, and it's elongating my legs as long as possible. But you can see how basically my legs are pretty much starting all the way from my waist down to the floor. This also helps with the 2/3 rule, creating balance in the body, and it's much more visual appealing than having something cut you off in the middle of your body, which is essentially what a low-waisted pant does. The third reason is comfort versus restriction. I've received some pushback from you ladies in the comments below stating that high-rise pants are very uncomfortable because they sit so high and they can be quite restricting. Well, what's wrong with that? I think a little restriction could be a very good thing. I think high-rise trousers or pants can almost act as a girdle, keeping you all sucked in. It keeps all those bits and bobs in place as opposed to having a low-rise pant. You don't have that structure allowing you to keep yourself in place, and then you're just hanging out all over the place. What I mean by that is that it's causing a muffin top, it's causing your love handles to stick out, it's causing your imperfections to be out on show, as opposed to wearing a high-rise pant where they're all kind of put in their place, and it's definitely more camouflaging. As you can see here, I've attempted to create a low-waisted jean by tucking in the top of my trousers underneath. I'm wearing a bodysuit here to show you the reality of what a low-waisted pant does to you. I'm definitely not a super skinny person, but I do consider myself slender and in pretty good shape. I do have a little bit of layer of fat around my belly, and when I wear low-waisted pants, I feel that it's accentuating it that much more. As you can see, I have a little bit of a pouch here. I have some love handles that are sticking out here. Did you see this when I was in my high-waisted pants? No. And furthermore, when I sit down, oh, here's my muffin top right here where everybody can see it. That does not show up on a high-waisted pant. Unless you're a fitness model with washboard abs and 2% body fat, low-rise trousers are going to accentuate your imperfections. I much prefer a high-rise because it keeps my self-conscious area all tucked in and hidden away, increasing my self-confidence and my ability to wear comfortable clothing that I feel good and confident and well put together in. The second error I think you might be making is wearing your long sleeves at full length. Now, there's nothing really wrong with this, but you will almost never see me with my sleeves at full length. I will always push them up slightly to show my wrists. And the reason for that is because the wrist is the smallest part of a woman's body. Therefore, showing that helps add a little bit more to your femininity, to your daintiness, and to your delicate demeanor. I especially love doing this when I'm wearing oversized blazers or something more on the masculine side. Showing your small wrists helps it look as if you're in control of your outfit and that you're not being swallowed up by your pieces. Plus, it's a great way to show off a gorgeous watch or some beautiful bracelets. The third styling error you might be making is wearing too many colors. Wearing too many colors can look a little confusing, haphazard, sloppy, unintentional, and overall lacks a sense of being put together. It's almost as if it lacks thought and attention, therefore making you look a little less elegant. Sticking to 2 to 3 colors maximum will always create a cohesive outfit. 2 colors is wonderful, but if you are going to incorporate that third color, you must always make sure that you have 2 pieces of that color existing in your outfit. That also makes it more intentional and like you thought about putting your outfit together. Ladies, we're about halfway through the video, so if you're enjoying it so far and finding it helpful, please make sure to give it a big thumbs up and let YouTube know that you're enjoying it. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Maria, and this channel is all about exploring our love for fashion. We have a very chic, feminine, sophisticated, and fashion-forward aesthetic here, so if that's something you like, please hit that subscribe button down below and the notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I upload every Wednesday and I'd love to see you come back. And you'll have to forgive my raspy voice because I've caught a cold and I'm trying to get through this video, so thanks for bearing with me while I try to get through it without having a major coughing attack. All right, here's the next tip. The next styling error you might be making in creating your outfits is not having any contrast. The key to a visually appealing, effortlessly chic outfit is to create some sort of contrast. This can be done in a few simple ways. First off, there's the contrast of proportion. Having a silhouette that is all too tight or all too loose can make for a bad outfit. Being in a tight outfit head to toe not only looks unbalanced, but also can look a little cheap and dated. And on the other hand, an all loose outfit can look sloppy, frumpy, and a little lazy. Mixing some tight and loose pieces creates a balanced, more thoughtful outfit that ends up looking effortless and chic. The second way to create contrast is avoiding all one genre or aesthetic of an outfit. It's a much more thoughtful outfit when you put different aesthetics together. For example, looking completely feminine head to toe with no contrast of anything rugged or edgy in that mix leaves you looking very girly girl and a little too youthful and not really sophisticated. Where on the other hand, if you're in a 3-piece suit with some chunky loafers, might leave you looking a little too masculine, and it might be fun to inject a little femininity into that outfit. So mixing a little feminine and masculine always ends up in a very intentional, contrasted outfit that looks really chic and effortless. Some other great contrasting aesthetics is a soft and edgy look, a casual and dressy look, and also classic and modern. The next styling error you might be making is accentuating the positive and diminishing the negative. I know that's a fashion rule you've heard for years, but I have a little twist on it which I think will make more sense. The saying is not exactly true when it comes to knowing your body type, because it's not to be taken literally. The best way I can explain this is taking the apple body, for example. A woman with an apple or rounded body type carries most of her weight through her midsection. That's usually the area she's most self-conscious about, but it also means that she usually has really fabulous legs. Those are the most slender part of her body, and that's usually the part she wants to accentuate or show off. Well, if we take this phrase of accentuate the positive and diminish the negative literally, which some women do, that would mean that maybe this woman is wearing some leggings or tight pants or something to show off how slender and thin and shapely her legs are. But that might also mean that she's wearing a very voluminous or oversized top to hide her midsection. Well, what's happening there when you visualize it, right? You have very thin legs and a very voluminous, oversized top in the middle. So you're not really accentuating your positive in this case. You're making your legs look that much thinner and your midsection that much bigger. That is not creating balance. What you're actually doing is accentuating how wide your midsection is in contrast to your very thin legs. What this phrase should say is to create proportions in your body type. There are multiple body types and you might fall into one or two of these categories. Overall, the hourglass shape is most in proportion. That is when the shoulders and hips are of equal or similar size and the waist is about 8 to 10 inches smaller, creating that beautiful hourglass shape. The best way to achieve proportion in your outfits is to always think of the hourglass. For example, if you're an inverted triangle or a strawberry and you have broad shoulders and then you taper down to a very thin hip area, the best thing to do is to add a little volume to your hips to balance out your shoulders, and then you'll have that curve. In contrast to that, if you're a pear-shaped and you're very small on top, it might be helpful to wear some shoulder pads or a voluminous top with some big, beautiful shoulders to balance out your hip area again creating that hourglass. A rectangle and an apple shape most likely need to add volume to both their shoulders and hips in order to contrast their waist. And if you're an hourglass, you are very lucky because all you have to do is keep your proportions in that hourglass shape and you are good to go. I know you might think it's counterproductive to be adding volume to your body, but trust me, this creates balance and you'll have a far more proportional outfit. You'll end up looking thinner than you are because you'll be in balance. This is a very quick overview, so feel free to ask any questions in the comments, and perhaps I could do a more in-depth video on this in the future. That brings me to the next styling error you might be making, and that's wearing the wrong size. I've seen far too many women being obsessed with a number and always sticking to that number regardless of what brand they're going to, when in fact, brands can vary drastically in their sizing. You might be a small in one brand and a medium in another. You need to ignore that number and find a piece that fits you beautifully. I see this a lot when women wear trousers. Women wearing trousers that are extremely fitted in the hip and thigh area, almost as if they're leggings, super tight, when in fact this is not the proper way to wear trousers. Trousers should skim the silhouette and drape beautifully. And this is all sorts of trousers. I'm not just referring to wide leg trousers or baggy trousers. This is for tapered ankle length. This is for straight fit trousers. In general, when looking for trousers, a woman should take into account the largest area of her lower half. If it's your hips, you need to size the trousers appropriately to just skim over your hips. If you're a little larger in your waist, you need to find trousers that fit you beautifully across your waist. And that most likely means making a trip to the tailor to adjust the rest of your trousers to fit the rest of your body. We're all blessed with beautiful shapes and sizes, but brands can only make one certain type of size based on their fit model. We don't all have the luxury of being a beautiful fit model, so we need to make these proper adjustments to make the items fit our bodies. I know spending $20 here and there, going constantly to the tailor to get this adjusted and that pulled in and this taken out can add up eventually, but you're going to get a longer wear out of those trousers, you're going to appreciate them more, and you're definitely going to feel a lot better in them. So I highly suggest you start ignoring that number, rip it out of your pants if you have to, if you don't want to look at it, but go for a size that actually fits you. Wearing something too tight is going to make you look bigger than you are, versus wearing something that is just skimming over your body is going to flatter you and compliment you so much more. The next styling error you might be making is not tucking in your top. This is a key styling trick to helping you look more polished and put together. It helps define your waist and show off those high-waisted trousers and longer legs that you have created for yourself. After all, if you leave your top hanging out, that defeats the whole purpose of the high-waisted trousers that I stressed so importantly in the first segment of this video. The tuck could be a little tiny half tuck in the front, a little side tuck, or it could be a full tuck all around. The point is to show the waistline in some sort of way. It looks intentional and like you put some effort into putting together your outfit. And if you think because you have a little bit of a tummy that you cannot do a tuck and that you think it's going to draw attention to it, I can tell you for sure if it's done properly, it is not going to draw attention to your tummy. If you use a top that's a little billowy or oversized and you do a little front tuck, what you're going to see is the oversized look of that top, not your tummy underneath. So it creates a great camouflage. Overall, tucking in your top will always be more polished and flattering than leaving it out, which again could look a little lazy and undone. I hope it comes through in the example I'm showing you, but if you want me to go more in depth on that, let me know in the comments below. But believe me, doing a little half tuck is going to be a game changer. You will look more polished, more put together, and more flattering to your figure if you do the half tuck at the very least. Well, ladies, I hope you found those 7 tips very helpful and informative. If you did, please remember to give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps with the algorithm. That means it helps push this video out to other fashion-forward ladies like yourselves that might enjoy it. And don't forget to please subscribe if you have not yet already. Let me know in the comments below if you're guilty of making any of these mistakes. I know I have been in the past, and I'm always very conscious of making sure I'm correcting them in the future. So please don't take any offense to this. It's all to try to help you and look more stylish and put together. But I'd love to hear any questions or comments or concerns you have, and I would love to address them in the comments below. So please go ahead and leave me a comment and I will get back to you definitely. I'll be back next Wednesday with another styling video. I have a couple of videos on the screen here that you can watch next if you haven't yet already. Thank you so much for your love and support. I appreciate it so much, and I can't wait to see you again. Bye.